everyone, we are on a mission to interview 100 immigrant clients. I'm your host, Owen. Singapore is definitely the hotspot for immigration in recent years. Today, I'm honored to have Mr. Wang with me, one Globevisa client who immigrated to Singapore. Let's go have a good time with him. Hey, Mr. Wang, great to see you again. Feels like it's been ages.
Hey, Owen, long time no see.
Congratulations on your family's approval of Singapore PR at the end of last year. I remember that you relocated to Singapore in 2019 with the Singapore work permit. Could you share with us why you chose the Singapore program back then?
We considered a lot of countries. We've been to LA and Vancouver in the US and later in Australia. We spent about a month or so in each place, living there for a while. Singapore and Hong Kong were also in our options, and we picked Singapore and Australia in the end among our list places. It went pretty smoothly, and we got PR for both countries. And after weighing things up, we felt Singapore's Chinese education might be better for our family, closer to what we wanted deep down. So we finally chose Singapore among all the options. Actually, all those countries were pretty good for us. But personally, my English isn't that good. And here in Singapore, they speak Mandarin, which has two benefits. Firstly, my personal life will be easier because I can express myself, and there's no language barrier for my business. And secondly, I think as Chinese people who go abroad, everyone hopes their kids can learn English well. And while learning English, we also hope our children's Chinese reading ability, especially writing, can be maintained at a certain level. So we looked at many places. They all had Chinese teaching courses, but most of them only focused on listening and speaking. Only Singapore, we found that in all schools in Singapore, the government requires Chinese courses to be compulsory for exams, whether it's international or public. So in Singapore, Mandarin is a must-take course, while English is the language of instruction, the language of life. So in this case, I think it meets the needs of both generations.
It seems like you really did quite a detailed inspection when choosing a country to relocate. Had a very comprehensive considerations like the language environment, children's education, etc. So what preparations have you done before you started the application?
Actually, the preparation part in the beginning felt pretty easy, I remember. We just provided some identity documents and some basic resumes. Everything else, like the paperwork, you guys handle it for us. Like the business plan, and remember, needs a description of my business and work experience back in China. When I checked them now, after you guys finished, I was really impressed with its high quality. And throughout the whole application process, there were no additional materials required. So from start to finish, everything went smoothly, and I didn't really have to worry about it. You guys did a great job on this round.
Thanks for your recognition, Mr. Wang. So in the end, could you show us your Singapore PR card?
Sure.
Thanks, Mr. Wang. Alright, all above is our interview with Mr. Wang today, and thank you, Mr. Wang, for your time. Currently, Singapore immigration program is with favorable policy. A family of 3 generations with about $17,000.
You can get the PR in Singapore in just 3 days.
Are you interested in? Do you want to learn about any other countries? Let me know in the comments.